We've also got a couple of print enhancements inside of CS4. It doesn't really matter what image you're working with here. Just open up anything to follow along and come up here to the File menu and go down to Print. You're going to see there's a few checkboxes toward the bottom here. If I zoom in, we've got Match Print Colors, we've got Gamut Warning, and Show Paper White. Now, those checkboxes are turned off. If you go under Color Handling, you can change this from Printer Manages Colors. You got to have the software managing the colors. So if you change that, you'll see those checkboxes become enabled. Okay. The other thing is we have 16-bit printing. The caveat is it only works on the Mac, and it's only because the Mac OS supports the passing of 16-bit data to the printer, and the PC operating system does not. Okay, so it's not Adobe favoring one operating system over the other. The PCs just simply don't support passing that 16-bit data. But if you're on the Mac and you have a printer capable of printing 16-bit, all right, the other thing is make sure you go and you download the newest drivers for that printer, because even though the printer might support it, you might have older drivers that don't. So go to that manufacturer's website and get the latest drivers, and then change this from color management to output, and you'll see the 16-bit option right here. Now, it's not turned on yet, and there's one reason: because I'm not working on a 16-bit image. So I'm going to click on Done, and let's just fake it for this image here. But normally you'd maybe be taking a raw photo from Camera Raw that's 16-bit and bringing it over into Photoshop where you might print. And now this is a 16-bit image, so I can go up here to File, come down to Print, and inside here, when I change my printer, you'll see that we have a 16-bit option that becomes enabled. Okay? Now, in the end, what's the big deal? Sometimes it's not really a big deal. It's a lot like the 8-bit versus 16-bit images when you're working on your computer. Sometimes you really don't see that big of a benefit. You supposedly get an increased color depth and tonal range inside of the photo, but the best thing you can do is just try a test. Try a test on your printer. If you've got a printer that'll support 16-bit printing, give it a try and see if you can tell the difference, and if you can, and if it's worth it or not.